Hi everyone, this is the second part of video tutorials for the first QGIS Hydro module. In this video, I will continue to provide demonstrations for delineating watershed with outlet points of sub-watershed areas, and then open these delineated watershed features in QGIS. From the previous job, we developed this kind of watershed with the outlet points of this dam watershed. So you need to close this map and then go to this data tab to see all the data features we loaded. Okay, after that I will open another shapefile with this load button, and then please find this left points shapefile. So double click, then you can find this newly added left points data. Okay, so at this point I will make another delineation for the sub-watershed. So go to this terrain data and then hydrology and the flow accumulation tab to find this upslope area interactive. So click, and then you need to select the required parameters. Firstly, you need to set this grid system. After that, the elevation would be this DEM PLJ no sync data. So after that, so method would be the same previous job. So deterministic 8. Then just click OK. After that, you can find this newly added the upslope area. It needs to be processed with some selecting job to make a sub-watershed. So open this upslope area with a new map. Okay, so you can find the newly added the upslope area map. On here you can also find. So after that, please add this DEM, the no sync data as well, with double click with this 09 upslope area map. So this one. After that, another channel network, also this upslope area for the new map, like this one. So lastly, you need to open these left points as well on this upslope area map. So now we have all added required features. So go to map tab. After that, you need to change these orders for that. So upslope should be go up, so move to top. Okay, after that you need to double click and change this transparency with 65%, and then just enter. After that, go to this one, left points, and then you can find this message box, save changes, yes. Okay, after that you need to select. So I think these all required orders for making the upslope areas. So double click, and then you can find this changed the transparency with the upslope areas. Okay, so for that I will make sub-watershed delineation. For that I will use these 5 different sub-watersheds outlet points, but firstly I will make this point for the sub-watershed delineation. So please make a zoom in, and then you need to select this action button. After that, just assume the required area, and then you need to lightly select on this line vector. So click. After that, you can find this processed status bar. Okay, and then you can see some differences with the selection for the upslope area. So you need to zoom to full extent. So this is right one to make sub-watershed delineation. So based on that, I will make another sub-watershed. Before that kind of job, we need to finish this upslope area interactive job. So uncheck this one. So shall execution be stopped? Yes. For that, you need to save this project file. So you can find the newly created upload area. So just check. Then go to the data folder to save this upslope area with the on the bar sub-watershed 1 S1. Okay, so I will use the capital S. So save and then just OK. So I will make another sub-watershed delineation for this part. Okay, so for that I need to go to this geoprocessing tab. For selection this upslope area. So go to this terrain analysis, hydrology, and flow accumulation. Then you can find this upslope area interactive tool. So again, all the upslope area. So in this case, just you need to select discrete because this the 9, this upslope area would be the previous one. So I will click another upslope area for the different sub-watershed area. So all the required parameters are the same. So click OK. So after that, if you go to the Data tab, you can find the newly added upslope area. So double click and then just new map to open. Okay, after that it is all the same. The double click for the DM projected file and this number 10 upslope area. After that go to channel, this one, and left point also this one. So go to map tab. So full extent for this upslope area with the number 10, and then this upslope area should be go to top, move to top, and then double click, change transparency with 55%, and then one more double click and select the other features, and then you can find this new message box. Should be yes. Then you can find this the transparency adapted the features for the upslope area. Then leave all the same orders. Okay. After that, you need to select. You need to make a zoom in this point to make select to make selection of this stream point. Before that, you need to click this action button and then just click this leave a line with this action button. Okay. After that, you can find this the created one, selected one. So this would be the sub-watershed area for this point. Okay. So for that, you need to uncheck this upslope area interactive. Then stop the yes. Okay, we developed these two different sub-watershed. Also, you can make another sub-watershed delineation with these points. If we want to make some sub-watershed areas based on this upslope. So on this one would be dam watershed, all the dam watershed areas, and then these are sub-watershed. Okay. So at this point, I will save this project with this save button, and then you can find this newly created upslope area for the last one. Check and select the data folder. to make this one as Sub-watershed 2 with a capital number 2, capital S number 2. Save, and then click OK. So now I have saved all the project developed with this watershed delineation for the whole this dam watershed area, and also these two sub-watershed. Actually, these are raster data sets, so I will open these raster data in the QGIS platform. Okay? So now I have shifted from the SagaGIS to this QGIS platform. Firstly, you need to save this project file with this blank map with save as, and then the QGIS Hydro 04 folder I will save with this QGIS extension with the QGIS 04 name. Okay. So after that, save this project with QGIS 04. Okay. After that, firstly, I will open this raster data we just processed from the SagaGIS. So firstly, I will open this Upslope area.sdat data. Okay, so double click, and then just press this add button. After that, two more data for the sub-watershed. So Upslope S1 with the SDAT data, add, and then one more for the S2, another sub-watershed data with the raster. Just open and add. So close. So now I just loaded these three upslope areas. So firstly, I will move this one to the top, and then S1 would be the another. So firstly, you can find these are the raster data. If you open the properties, you can find these are the older grid file, okay, from the SagaGIS binary grid, okay. So SGrid, SDAT file. So with the pixel size, with this around meters, okay. So just close with cancel. After that, I will convert this raster file to the vector file. So for that, go to this raster tab and then just conversion tab. After that, select this Polygonize, the tool. So after that, you can find the input layer with the upslope area, this one. After that, just leave all the default. But in this case, I will just save this temporary file because I will make another job based on this temporary file. So with that, just click Run button. So after that, you can find this the vectorized data, polygonized data. Okay. So if you select this the selection button, after that, just you can select this watershed area. Okay. After that, if you want to extract only this watershed part, you can use this export and then save selected pictures as. So with that, you can also make this CRS differently, but it is automatically with the previously the last data as the CRS. So the only change you need to do would be the name. So with that, I will make this would be watershed as a shapefile. So save, and then just leave all the default. Just click OK. So now I have just created this one. So if you uncheck all the other data set, you can find this created the layer pictures. So you can make this vector data. Okay, so if you uncheck and check this upslope area S1, the same job I will do with raster conversion and polygonize, and then S1 just leave default, just run and close, and then just select only this sub-watershed area part. After that, go to this vectorized temporary file and so export, save selected picture as. Okay, so on here I will make sub-watershed, sub underbar watershed 1. Okay, and then just save, click OK. So and then I just created this kind of this sub-watershed. Okay, sub-watershed back to pictures. Okay, after that, lastly, another job for the upslope area S2. So same, select this one and conversion, polygonize, just run. So after that, select with this one, then right click, go to export, save selected pictures as, and then just change the name with sub-watershed number 2. Okay, save. So the CRS would be the same. Click OK. So now I all created this required the sub-watershed one. Okay, this one and this watershed. So if you changed this order of the watershed, then you can find this sub-watershed with that. So if you open another vector data with the points, left points, this one, add, close, and then you can see all the outlet points for that. So this would be outlet points for this sub-watershed, and then this would be outlet for this sub-watershed. Okay, and then if you are available, please open rest data as well for the DEM projected one and add, close, and then you can more clearly see this kind of the delineated watershed and sub-watershed from this DEM data. Okay, so I think this one would be selected, so you need to click this one to select all the features. Okay, so you can see all the created watershed areas. Also, you can use this kind of if you are available, right click to see these properties with this symbology tab. So you can see this opacity with 100%. I will make this 35%. Then apply. Now you can see the behind the DEM for this watershed. I also changed this one as well with 35%. Apply. Okay, and this one as well. 35%. Apply. Okay. So you can make changes with the map symbology with this kind of the transparency to see the behind the DEM things. Okay. So at this point, I would like to save this map with the save button. And then if you are available, please remove this temporary data. Okay. So all this temporary data you need to remove from your map. Okay, so Okay. With this removing, if you reopen this project, you don't have any messages for that kind of temporary data. Okay. So again, to save. So in this QGIS Hydro Module 4 Part 2 video, I have made demonstrations for sub-watershed delineation as well as data conversion from raster to vector to use those of SagaGIS processed data in QGIS platform. And I will continue to upload this QGIS Hydro module with another topic regarding GIS-based hydrological applications. Thank you for watching.